For years, I've watched YouTubers attempting Nuzlocke challenges and I've always wanted to try it myself. Well, today's the day. By today I mean 2 weeks ago, because that's when I started this challenge. I decided to go for Pokemon Emerald, a generation I'm very familiar with and I played a lot as a kid. So I felt the most confident going for this game. The rules I'm using are very basic, as it's my first Nuzlocke ever. Random Pokemon, no random moves, no random items. The first battle on each route is my encounter, so if the battle ends in any way that's not me catching a Pokemon, it's gone and I have to skip the route. We are naming each Pokemon after a Discord member to feel extra guilty if anybody dies, but my next run will probably do YouTube subscribers since Discord renamed everybody to a single letter followed by dots. I tried not to overlevel Pokemon, but I didn't know how to add rare candies into the game, so I did have to grind my team up to my desired level, so overleveling did happen for a small portion of the run, but I think that's it. Our journey starts the same as everybody. We arrive in Little Root, set our clock, missed seeing Dad on TV, and went to get our random starter. So here we go. We have an Articuno, a Shroomish, or a Yanma. What do we get anyway? We get Gust and Powder Snow. But we'll use the Powder Snow, and we will end Elekid here. With the Professor rescued, it was time to venture outside of Little Root, but our challenge hadn't begun yet. Until we get our first set of Pokeballs, we're free to encounter as many Pokemon as we want, and it won't count. At least I think that's the rules. A little tiny bit of grinding later, it was time to face May. Sadly, something went wrong with the randomizer, so May didn't actually have one of the other starters. What? Christ, what super effective on this. We've lost. Think real quick, what type is Typhlosion? Is it pure fire? Oh my god. I have to use them. So he will kill if we miss. Okay, we didn't miss. The run is not dead, everybody. I genuinely thought I was going to have to reset. Not to worry though, as we had the power of a legendary on our side, and nothing was going to stop us. May was such a good sport about losing, she actually gives us our first Pokeballs, and with that, the run has begun. So the Nuzlocke has officially begun. I get one chance per route. We have to make sure that we absolutely catch it. Wait, Dawn! 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 Did you introduce yourself to Professor Birch? Oh, what an adorable Pokemon. Adorable. Mate, it's one of the original legendary trio birds. Don't call it adorable. I don't want to get into too many fights here. Oh, never mind. What do we get for our first Pokemon? Gengar is my favourite Pokemon. Look behind me. Look. Look. I can't get out of the flip away properly. I need this. I need this. He's got an insane moveset as well. Question is, will I KO it? There's no information on moves on this gen either, so... I accidentally used it! I meant to cancel! Okay, we've got 5 balls. I don't want Dragonite. Come on. Come on. Come on. No! It's gonna be hard to catch! Yes! 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 Let's go! What a start! So we're gonna call our Gengar Belf. With an unbeatable team forming, I decided to sneak through the next routes, trying to avoid trainers and encounters alike. I wanted to get to the next Pokemart since the first one doesn't sell balls. Spending all our money on balls, it was time to see what encounters the game had in stock for me. First was Arbok, the Arbok. I accidentally cancelled naming options, so whoops. And then secondly was a Metagross, who unsurprisingly we failed to catch. Unfortunately, this meant that unless I beat all the trainers in the next routes, I was out of money. So I did a short grind and got to work clearing out all the trainers with ease. Next route, we accidentally killed a Noctowl, but the route after... Okay, I think this is a new route. I think it is, right? This counts. That is something I want. Yes, 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 yes! We got a Mudkip! Yes. Not long after acquiring Pepsi, we ran into Team Aqua, someone we'll be seeing a lot of. After absolutely annihilating this poor grunt, we were finally able to take on our first gym. Fire type, fire type, fire type, fire type. Oh my god. Oh yeah, we also caught a Pikachu, but that's not really going to help us in this situation. Maybe that's the best thing to do, just keep intimidating him. Don't crit. Do not crit me. Alright, raid boss down. Son of a... That was beyond painful. Oh my god, this is gonna annihilate me. Oh my god. This is it, man. I was down, but I was not out. It felt awful losing Articuno and Gengar, and part of me thought that if I can't do it with those two, what can I do it with? But I reset the randomizer and went straight in for attempt number 2, 3 and 4. All of these runs ended before I even got to the gym leader. Whether it was getting unlucky with starting with a ground type with only ground moves and immediately running into a flying type trainer, or being stalled out by a Celebi, or just completely forgetting how Bide works and getting absolutely destroyed. When the runs are that short, you can only really laugh it off. And besides, Don the 5th was sporting my lucky number 5, and my confidence was booming. This is my 5th attempt. I've not even beat the first gym. Here we go. A Voltorb, a Rhyhorn, or a Yanma. Oh my god, these are bad. So it has to be Rhyhorn. Oh my god, you kidding me? Wait, we can't wipe on this, right? It's not possible. Our first encounter was a Pidgey, who we unfortunately killed. Next was a Ho-Oh, which I just had to try and capture since I knew it was going to try and Whirlwind me. Yeah, who saw that coming? Our first successful capture was Das the Staryu. And our next encounter, Mankey, well, they weren't so successful. Next, we once again knocked out a Diglett, but you'd be glad to know that I finally learned from my mistakes and I didn't even risk hurting this Natu. So welcome Balf to the squad. We've got 2 more encounters left to try build the best squad for the gym. And first up was Houndour, who we actually managed to catch, so welcome Das to the team. Wait a minute, Das. That name sounds really familiar. Lastly, inside the cave was a Magnemite, who we caught and named Pepsi once again. Now it was time for our revenge on the gym leader. Okay, Tropius. Kind of bad for us. Oh no! Oh no way, man, it doubles himself. Doesn't matter time for his crits and just nukes me. Okay, now he's killed himself. No way. Dying to tackle you, fuck. He has Earthquake, I can't submit now, can I? Oh my god. We sub him in, swap to Belf. He's gonna go for the Earthquake. Because he's Earthquaking, he cannot hit Belf. Oh fuck. Finally. What a painful gym. Absolute pain. Yep, you saw that right. 3 Pokemon all setting up with double teams. It took a lot of stalling and a lot of luck, but thankfully we took all 3 plus 6 evasion Pokemon down, and now we can move on to Juford. Yes, I know I'm skipping over a lot. Fine. We beat more Team Aqua, rescued Devon Goods, got told to deliver them ourselves, obtained the most annoying feature in the game with this stupid phone that interrupts you every 5 minutes, and finally we fought our rival in the most pathetic curb stomping fashion possible. So, Juford. There is a gym here, but first of all, there is a cave with our next encounter. I'm not 100% sure on the rules of caves, but I imagine the whole cave acts as one room, so it's 1 encounter per cave rather than 1 encounter per floor of the cave. Not sure, but that's the rules that I followed. Eventually we find Steven and hand over the letter. Now we can grind, ready for Gym 2 with our new team member. So we get... Ooh, Pinsir's kinda cool. Ah, just joking, we killed them. Of course it crit. But we did get a fishing rod, and with that we can welcome our newest members, Tiny the Zubat and Amite the Beldum. Not saying I have favourites, but with Zubat evolving into Golbat at a nice low level 22, and from Golbat to Crobat with just happiness, they definitely got more attention than others and got put straight to the top of the queue for leveling. However, there's only so much grinding I can take, so time for Brawly. Let's see how we do. That's why Mash is the GOAT. Dash the 5th is going to set this mofo on fire. I don't know what the hardest thing move we've got is though. So it's a 3-hit kill. You got Blizzard? What the f are you doing with Blizzard? What? I'm gonna suck. I'm gonna say sorry to Amite's gonna die. I didn't know super. I thought maybe you'd take 1 and I could try heal somebody up. We actually outspeed with Night Slash, so if we send out Pepsi and hit a Sonic Boom, then we know we can kill with Night Slash. You missed it. No way we lived and beat that. No way. And with that, Gym 2 was down. Unfortunately, I had to sacrifice Amite because I needed a safe swap into Magnemite. But losing 1 Pokemon for a gym badge, that seems worth it to me. 1 boat ride later and we arrive in Slateport on what I like to call, oh, it's the dreaded beach. There are many trainers here, and every trainer has the potential to wipe us out. But think of all of the experience points. Thankfully, we actually cleared them all out without a single loss. But even more exciting is our new teammate, Kara the Larvitar. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! We're gonna catch this no matter what. While I was out exploring, I found this amazing grass patch that actually contained Chanseys, a Pokemon that when defeated rewards an enormous amount of experience points. So I did actually decide to do a little bit of grinding since so many of my team were actually close to evolving, and I really could do my Psychic type Natu, who recently turned into Xatu, actually knowing a Psychic type move. It turns out that Learn set in Gen 3 is absolutely terrible. Larvitar, when fully evolved, won't actually learn Earthquake until level 58. Houndoom doesn't learn Flamethrower till pretty much the same level. And currently my only Psychic type won't learn a Psychic move until level 65. A few evolutions later and we actually get back on track with the story. Team Aqua were back and they're harassing people left and right. So we dispatch these two grunts and then we finally get to meet Archie. Sometime later we once again bump into May. And surprise surprise, it was an absolute slaughter. With her out of the way, we actually get to claim our free bite, and it shows the Acro bite since I was actually basically running the game at 3 times speed the entire time by this point. But new town, new gym, so it's time to face down Watson. What the fuck? I think I have to sack Pepsi. Rest in peace, buddy. It does nothing! I've got a burner. Oh god. Typhlosion, Typhlosion, Typhlosion. We don't really have a swap in for this either, do we? That was big damage though. No attract?
Nope.
Come on, easy last, easy last, easy last. It flinched! It flinched! There's no way! Oh my god. I cannot do Nuzlocke. This is so tense and stressful. Oh my god. 3 gyms down, 3 Pokemon sacrificed. This time it was Pepsi, our Magnemite. But it could have been so much worse. If that last bite hadn't have flinched, we would have lost Das too. 1 mountain climb later and we meet our newest party member. An Adoran female we named Claymore. Now all we had to do is find a Moonstone and we'll actually have a Nidoqueen on our team. Oh look, Moonstone! Well hey! On our journey to the top of the mountain we fought many trainers, all who fell to our now very strong team. Including our Ivysaur we recently evolved from a freshly caught Bulbasaur. Sadly, the very next trainer, we actually lost him. Well, that was short-lived. Once again, we foiled Team Aqua's plans. But not just them, Team Magma too this time. And in doing so, Tiny achieves their greatest desire, and evolves into Crobat. Yes! Crobat! Let's fucking go! Look how far you've come, Tiny. Look how far you have come. And then it's time to face Flannery, where I actually spent more time being stuck on a gym puzzle than the actual fight. Yes, she had a Celebi and even a Nidoqueen of her own, but some legendary or mythical Pokemon kind of fall off and stop being scary when you're far enough into the game, and Celebi is definitely one of those. Plus, we had somehow overleveled a few of the team. But seriously, the gym puzzle, I was stuck on this for ages. This felt like the turning point for us. We finally obtained a gym badge without losing a single Pokemon. In fact, we didn't even come close. As soon as we leave the gym, we're actually jump scared by our rival. But instead of a battle, they just give us some goggles so we can enter the desert, where we suffer the most painful loss in our entire Nuzlocke. Mash ended up being one shot by the most basic water move imaginable. Our starter, Rhyhorn, who'd been with us from the very beginning, was now gone. We will never get to see them evolve into Rhydon, and that hurt me. That really, really hurt. I was so devastated by this loss that I didn't want to see any more of my party not reach their full potential. So I decided to grind just a little bit and evolve Kara into Pupitar. But after that, it was time to face Dad. And just like Flannery, it went really well. To be fair, his only Pokemon we didn't have an answer to was Typhlosion. But Tiny's a monster at this point, so a few wing attacks and he's down. Otherwise, this was a Claymore show, which feels great because 1, they're not over leveled, and 2, it's really nice to use more of the squad. Hell yeah, I'm so glad we went to level Claymore up. Whew, gym leaders are stressful. After this win was where I actually became extremely infuriated with Emerald. My 27-year-old brain could not figure out where to go, even though I've beaten this game countless of times as a kid. In fact, it got so bad that I had to find a video walkthrough to follow for the rest of the game, since I couldn't even make sense of any of the written guides. Obviously, we were missing a 6th party member, and look, I'll be honest, there have been plenty of encounters and catches I haven't shown, but that's simply because they were never used and I accidentally made my overlay extremely complicated to edit with, so anytime I need to update the Pokemon in the party, it takes me forever to do it. I know, I'm lazy. But a party member you definitely get to see is Eevee, who we named Frolov. After browsing the wiki for a while to try to figure out our best choice for evolution, I settled on Jolteon, especially because we've recently obtained the Thunderbolt TM, which is a very powerful electric type move that, unlike Thunder, has a 100% chance to hit. With our newest party member, we were overdue a rival battle. Besides Sableye, who in this generation doesn't actually have any weaknesses, May was as easy to beat as ever. And with that, we actually have access to the HM Fly. Fly! We got Fly! Hey look, it's Steven. Steven gives us a very special item that lets us interact with Kecleon, who are otherwise invisible and are stopping us from accessing the next gym. So, gym time. Remember how I said it feels like we've reached a turning point? Well, we basically have counters for everything. Machampa's up first, so we wing attack it. I don't think this will Oko either. Oh, a crit, okay. I was going to say that's insane. 6 dies to an overheat from Houndoom, and 1 switch out later to remove the special attack reduction from overheat, and Houndoom Oko's Sceptile with another overheat. And this time we actually stayed in to bite Burnett to death, but I'll go over why that's sort of a mistake in a minute. Lastly was a Slowking, who dies to 2 Thunderbolts from Frolov. So why we're staying in a mistake? Clearly, we easily took it down, so mistake might be an overstatement. But in this generation, moves are not clearly separated into special attack and attack, rather types are. So Dark type is actually special, and Overheat reduces the special attack by 1 stage, so swapping into Crobat or someone else with a Dark move would probably have been a better idea. Anyways, Gym 6 down, is back to watching my guide to figure out where I'm going. Along the way we encountered another Eevee, and I already thought to myself, an Espeon would actually finish this team off perfectly, so I caught it and got working on Friendship. Only now that I'm editing this, I realised that actually might be against the rules since it's a duplicate catch, but that's too late now sadly. On the way to beating up Team Aqua and Magma again, we finally get the opportunity to catch a legendary Pokemon. Since I've removed hours of grinding from this video, you haven't seen all the missed legendaries due to them not being my first encounter. Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Latios, Mew, Ho-Oh, Lugia. There have been so many missed legendaries, but now we finally get Mewtwo, except we failed to catch it with the balls that we had left. Oh, and just to rub salt in the wound, the very next encounter was a Deoxys. At the top of whatever this is, Archie was waiting for us. Or not, he steals the red orb and just walks away without a fight. I guess we're off to go find Team Magma's super secret hideout now because reasons? I'm pretty sure I read the entire dialogue while I was playing through this, but I didn't have a clue where I was supposed to be going or why. Nevertheless, we find Maxie, who's currently reviving Groudon using his blue orb. And when things don't go his way, he blames us and decides to battle us. He opens up with a Lugia, and at this point I still actually assumed that Bite was a physical move, so I decided to set up on Houndoom, ready to sweep his whole team. Sadly, Lugia had a different idea and whirlwinded me, forcing Tiny out instead, where actually we got ridiculous luck and flinched the Lugia back to back to back until he finally died. Electabuzz was next on the chopping block, who once again we got some luck, as Claymore actually paralysed him with the first hit of Body Slam. Unfortunately, taking him down did cause Claymore to get paralysed themselves, but lastly was another Machamp, who falls to Tiny and their amazing flying attacks. With Team Magma completely defeated and are definitely not getting away ever again, it was time to go do the same thing to Team Aqua, starting with their secret hideout. Oh, hey look, a Master Ball! Master Ball! Besides the Master Ball though, there was nothing here, besides a load of pushover grunts. And hey, Savvy probably earned a huge chunk of happiness from all the level ups. A bit of saving the world done, and now we can get back on track with what's actually important. The gyms. Everybody breathe. Everybody breathe. And unfortunately, it was the gym that I was most scared of, Tate and Liza. Double battles just feel so unpredictable, especially after we lost Mash. So I was really nervous. We opened up with Claymore and Kara, since they can use Surf and Rock Slide to hit both of the enemy team, and they start with a Hitmonchan and Yanma. Not bad, not great. Our first turn we managed to take out Yanma and at least chip away at the Hitmonchan, but seeing Golem coming out and being absolutely petrified of an incoming Earthquake, I decided to swap the team around, allowing Tiny to come in and to help finish off Hitmonchan. Sadly, an extremely scary rock move later meant that we had to swap out into Nidoqueen once again. But this was perfect since Golem accidentally poisoned themselves by hitting Nidoqueen, and this poison came in clutch. Hitmonchan falls and Raichu comes out, only to be blasted by my own Thunderbolt and a Thrash from Kara. Golem was definitely a bigger problem than I expected, forcing me to spend my turns healing or cycling through the team until he eventually died to poison. It felt like a cheesy win, but that was badge number 7. I'm genuinely so stressed by that. And it gave me the final key to beating this Nuzlocke. Calm Mind. Ooh. A quick change in my PC clock and we evolved Savvy into Espeon. And now we can get back on to saving the world. It was clear Team Magma did not come to play. All of a sudden we were underleveled and we could only bring 3 of our Pokemon in since it was a double battle with Steven, who thought a Cast Form was a fine Pokemon for the job. Spoiler alert, they actually carried me and I almost lost the whole run on this fight. Somehow Jolteon held on for dear life while my other 2 part members were stuck on red blinking health, and Steven just handed me the win. Time to defeat the last gym. And now we're in Sutopolis. There's the gym. Hang on, the doors are locked. Back to consult the guide, I guess. Oh, of course, we need to dive in a certain location, find a hidden Team Aqua base, deal with Team Aqua again, get blamed for another legendary Pokemon not obeying some lunatic fanatic, and leave the cave to find the whole world is suffering from torrential rainfall. We get to witness an absolutely epic cutscene that I just do not remember for the life of me. We went to say hi to Rayquaza, and apparently that's all this legendary dragon needed to be convinced to sort out Groudon and Kyogre. Another epic cutscene, and now gym time. Almost. I had to at least go and see if I can catch Rayquaza and see what he'd been randomized into. Here we go. What is the magical legendary Pokemon Rayquaza actually? Sadly, he didn't get randomized, so although we caught it with the Master Ball, I decided I wouldn't use him. We've come this far without a legendary, and no one in my party was close to level 70, so we're going to stick with our A team on this one. Gym 8. We have a strat at this point. Espeon, Calm Minds, and Psychics everything. Simple as that. Arcanine actually fell to a Psychic without any buffs, but I thought when Shed Ninja came out, he didn't pose a threat. So I was pretty confident they are part Ghost, so Psychic is super effective, so this is a perfect opportunity for me to set up. They no Shadow Ball. Okay, no messing around. Everything can eat a Psychic from here on out. And we've done it. We've actually beaten all the gyms, and all that was left was the Elite Four. On Victory Road, I decided to do some grinding. I wanted my whole party to be over level 50, everybody to be their max evolve form, and everybody to have a few sort of signature moves, including an Ivysaur we picked up. Again, this might be a slight rule break since it's sort of a duplicate. The last one we technically caught was a Bulbasaur, but we did evolve its Ivysaur, so I don't know if this was a rule break or not. My plan was simple. We're going to teach Tyranitar Bulk Up, Earthquake, and just let them sweep the entire Elite Four. But apparently he can't learn Bulk Up, so back to Savvy with Calm Mind. I taught them a few extra moves just so they had something to use against the Dark type, since Psychic can't affect Dark. And I was feeling extremely confident, even if my heart did feel like it's going to beat out my chest the entire time. Now it's time for the Elite Four, where my plan was simple. As many Calm Minds as I feel confident to do, but no more than 4 since I can't run out of PP, and then just Psychic. There's no way this survives a Psychic. I think we've done it. We've done it! I've beaten the Nuzlocke! I say I, it was all you, Savvy. Every Pokemon in this team though, except the Venusaur, helped me through one stage or another. Every single one of them. Just because it turned out that Savvy soloed the Elite Four, you know, Kara absolutely performed, and then Frolov carried, especially during Team Magma. Admittedly, Supreme, you didn't do anything, but you look cool. And Tiny carried so hard in the early game, and so did Das. Couldn't ask for a better team. I'm so happy we didn't have a legendary. I'm glad I didn't use Rayquaza. Can I just say, for the record, I'm not convinced I like Gen 3 as much as I remember I like Gen 3. Now that I've played newer games, which feels a bit rough because some of the newer games, not saying names, are not very good. The whole way that special and physical works in these gens, I hate it. I actually hate it. I hate it so much. The learn sets of Pokemon in this gen, I hate so much. It's terrible. You don't learn anything good in anyone until really high level. There was something else just bugged me. The fact that I actually had to follow a walkthrough at some parts because I couldn't figure out where to go, that's on me probably. Pretty happy with myself with this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm definitely going to be doing another Nuzlocke. I think I might just go up the gens from here, so I might just go over to Pearl and Diamond. I think the later half of Nuzlocke was much easier. We kind of just had a counter to things, and this was awesome. Thank you everyone for watching, I really appreciate that. Feel free to obviously like, comment and subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And I'll see you all again very soon. Bye bye.